Hi students, I am Mitra Bhanu Sahu, CATO, Government ITI Cuttack. For the next 30 minutes, you will with me on the topic cutting tool materials for CNC turning and its applications. As we know, in any turning operation, we have a headstock mounted on the spindle and hold the workpiece, and we have a single point cutting tool to cut the material. So we deal with single point cutting tool in CNC lathe turning machines. Apart from this, we also deal with drill bits, which is a multi-point cutting tool with having two cutting edges, and also we deal with reamers and taps. Our lesson objective means at the end of this lesson you will know how to specify a cutting tool, identify different types of cutting tool materials, identify the components of common turning tools, basic shapes of turning inserts, and also identify basic tool holders for turning. Before coming to any type of cutting tool materials, we should know what is the basic properties, what are the basic properties a cutting tool material must possess. A cutting tool material must have following 7 basic properties. First comes hot hardness. Hot hardness means when the cutting tool materials cuts the job or workpiece, a high amount of temperature is being generated. So at those high temperature, the cutting tool material must possess its hardness. So this possession of hardness at high temperature is called hot hardness. Then the next property comes toughness. For any cutting tool material, toughness is a important property. Then it must be wear resistance. That means it should not wear out very soon. Chemical stability or inertness is also required. Shock resistance, low friction are also required properties for a cutting tool material. And at last, cutting tool material must be available at a favorable cost for the economical use of machining. This diagram shows how different types of cutting tool materials varies with properties. Here we can see as the strength and toughness increases, HSS works as a beautiful cutting tool material. We can see HSS have high strength and toughness, but if we consider hot hardness and wear resistance into consideration, then diamond and cubic boron nitride is a excellent cutting tool material. So in between we have other cutting tool materials having a fixed strength and toughness with a hot hardness and wear resistance in the y-axis. So how did these tool materials evolved as the time period goes on? As you know, in the ancient period, we are using wood, bone, rocks, copper, iron, steel, etc. as our cutting tool materials. With the course of time, we invented carbon steel tools Generally, it was invented in the industrial revolution, during the industrial revolution between 760 and 800. Then after some period when automobile came into existence, we were created more developed cutting tools. During the World War time, we have created a cutting tool called high speed steel, which boosts the cutting material or machining properties. Then with the course of time, we developed our cutting tool materials. This is the time during the World War II, we invented carbide tools, then ceramic tools, then coated carbides, CBN, then high performance ceramics got developed, and then at last diamond coated carbides also we have invented. First, let's talk about carbon steels. In high carbon steel, 0.6 to 1.5% carbon percentage were there. Small percentage of silicon, manganese, chromium and vanadium are also used to improve its properties. The advantage of carbon steels are it can be easily shaped and sharpened. It have greater resistance to abrasive wear. We widely use carbon steels as in files, saw blades, chisels, stabs, broaches and reamers. But the carbon steels possess the cutting speed of 5 meter per minute, which is very low. So we developed high speed steel which have a cutting speed of nearly 25 to 30 meter per minute. So we can see we have cutting speed of 25 to 30 meter per minute. Previously we have 5 meter per minute, that is of high carbon steel. Here we can see it is about 500 to 600 percentage of increase in the cutting speed due to in the high speed steel. So suddenly it came as a boost in the manufacturing sector with the invention of high speed steel. So people named it as high speed steel because of the sudden increase in the cutting speed. These are some alloying elements which improve the cutting tool properties. As we have discussed that the 7 minimum basic properties were required for a cutting tool. So what are these alloying elements? Let's see. Carbon increases solid strength. When carbon is added to the mixture of cutting tool, it increases the solid strength. It also increases the hardenability. We also add silicon in the cutting tool materials to work as a deoxidizer. Also silicon acts as a decarburization agent. Also silicon adds some amount of strength to the cutting tool materials. Then comes chromium, molybdenum and tungsten. These three works come in a particular group which generally increases our wear resistance, abrasion resistance and also increases strength. Also there is a property of red hardness, means are the high temperature, the strength retains in the structure. So other alloying elements are vanadium. Vanadium improves the grain structure in the cutting tool materials. So manganese and nickel also added to improve the strength, hardenability, toughness and corrosion resistance. The next, after high carbon steel and high speed steel, the next cutting material invented was stellite. Stellite is a non-ferrous cast alloy. Cast alloy means it is being created by the process of casting, composed of cobalt, chromium and tungsten. Stellite possesses approximately 40 to 48% of cobalt and 30 to 35% of chromium and tungsten. Stellite can be operated at high cutting speeds, approximately 2 times higher cutting speed than that of high speed steel. But stellite have a disadvantage that it lacks grindability. That means particular type of cutting insert we cannot get in stellite. So next cutting tool material is sintered carbide tools. Sintered carbide tools is getting manufactured by powder metallurgy processes. What happens in powder metallurgy process is we collect the powders of cutting tool materials, then we compact it, then we follow a process of sintering for manufacturing sintered carbide tools through the manufacturing process of powder metallurgy process. Sintered carbide cutting tools are generally of two categories. One is single carbide, other is composite carbide. In single carbide, we have tungsten carbide grains 90 to 95% and cobalt binder grains 5 to 10% weight percentage. But in single carbide cutting tools, when the steel materials is being cut by single carbide, it rubs with the surfaces of single carbide cutting tool and wears out the cutting materials. So to avoid that, a gamma phase of titanium carbide, tantalum carbide and titanium nitride is being added, which is up to 8 to 12 weight percentage in order to avoid the abrasive structure of single carbide. So composite carbide adds a gamma phase of titanium carbide, tantalum carbide and titanium nitride. This figure shows this is the powder of the material, cutting tool material. This is the blending process, this is the compacting process and this is the sintering process following which we are getting this type of cutting tool inserts. After carbide cutting tools, we have invented ceramic tools. In ceramic tools, generally we have aluminum base and silicon nitride base. This is also manufactured by powder metallurgy processes. These are available in the form of inserts. Types of aluminum ceramic tools are available in three types. One is aluminum oxide with trace of additives. Second is aluminum oxide with or without additive. Third is aluminum oxide with some amount of titanium carbide. Apart from these cutting tool materials, we have advanced cutting tool materials, which is coated carbides. In coated carbides, we have a coarse uh, core material covered with other materials like titanium carbide, tantalum carbide, uh, and titanium nitride, etc., to improve the cutting parameters like high cutting velocity, cutting speed. Then comes cermets. Cermets means comes from word cer, from ceramic. Mets means from metal. From ceramic, cermets come from ceramic and metal. In ceramic, we have titanium carbide, titanium nitride, and tantalum carbide. In metal, we have nickel, or composition of nickel and cobalt, etc. So, by the composition of these two, we are getting a advanced type of cutting tool material which is called cermets. Then the third one is coronite. Coronite composes when high speed steel is added with some additives of tungsten carbide and cobalt with a coating of titanium carbide, tantalum carbide, and titanium nitride. It forms coronite. Then CBN cutting tools came into existence. CBN is a very expensive cutting tool and very hard cutting tool, which comes second after diamond cutting tools. CBN is cubic boron nitride. Then high performance ceramics cutting tools are invented. In high performance ceramics, we have silicon. Silicon means silicon and aluminum added ceramics. Then at last we have diamond cutting tool, which is very hard and expensive. With diamond cutting tools, we can cut very hard non-ferrous materials. Diamond cutting tools are available in two types. One is single crystal, other is polycrystalline diamond. By using polycrystalline diamond, we cannot cut ferrous materials, because when we cut steel using polycrystalline diamond, some amount of carbon and iron is being diffused to the polycrystalline diamond, and it subtains the polycrystalline diamond, because of which the cutting tool, diamond cutting tool, gets damaged. This process is called graphitization. So we generally avoid to cut ferrous materials using diamond cutting tools. Next is tool inserts. We have till yet we have discussed what are the cutting tool materials. Tool inserts are those from which powder form we are getting. We make certain type of structures which works as inserts to cut the to work as a cutting tool material. This is the ISO designation of a tool insert. Here it is mentioned as CNMG 432. This is actually an example which denotes shape. First letter for shape, second for clearance, third for tolerance, fourth for type, fifth for inscribed circle size, then sixth for thickness, and seventh for nose radius. These are the shapes available. Generally we follow D and V type cutting tools for finishing operation, and C and W types for roughing operations. Mostly we use C, D, T, V and W type inserts. These are the clearance. Clearance means the insert makes the relief angle with the base of the insert. These are the tolerances available in the cutting tool. Tolerance means for particular workpiece, if we require a particular tolerance is to be given to us for machining, then we have to choose a cutting insert which must be below the tolerance of the workpiece. These are the types available. Types means this is the geometry of the tool insert. This is the size of the cutting tool. Size of the cutting tool means this is the inscribed circle size. Then we denote the thickness of insert. Then the nose radius of the cutting tool is mentioned. Nose radius means the insert is not blunt, it has a radius at the corner, that is called nose radius. Nose radius is given for a purpose. Large nose radius increase the feed rate, depth of cut, strong edge security, etc. Whereas small nose radius means small cutting depths, reduced vibration and weak cutting edge. Then the slide is tool holders for lathe. It is essential that inserts must be supported in a strong and rigid manner to minimize deflection and possible vibration. Here is the picture of tool holders for lathe, which has clamp, screw, insert and seat to hold the insert. This is the ISO standard for specifying a tool holder. First letter implies insert clamping method, second letter for insert shape, third for holder style, fourth for insert clearance angle, fifth for hand of the holder, means right hand or left hand holder we are using, sixth one is shank height, seventh is shank width, eighth is the holder length, and at last ninth is the insert cutting edge length. These are the assignments for you students. I hope you have to appear these assignments. Thank you. Since this is a one-way communication, I am waiting for your query. My WhatsApp number is 93379 25077.
झीटीए तो माटी आम सामाजिक और पारिवारिक जीवनर मूल कथाटी से माने आगकू गले आगकू जीव संसार आम झील माने आ पुओंकठू पछरे नाहांती एबे तो बदली गलानी समय बदली गलानी जुग से झील माननकू आहुरी आगकू नहीं आत्मनिर्भरशील और स्वावलंबी करने ओडिशा सरकार सुदक्षा योजन सरकारी आईटीआई माध्यम संपूर्ण मागणार जोगई देउछंती सबु प्रकार उत्कृष्ट मानर वैषयिक ज्ञान कौशलर तालीम। एबे आम झील रहिबे सबुठु आगरे सबुठु उपरे।
मु सफल मु कुशली मु सुदक्षा।